Spinz Vinyl, the vinyl leader.
What is shaking, everybody? Welcome back to the Spinz Vinyl channel. You are at the newly christened Spinz Vinyl Show, the official Spinz Vinyl Show. That's what we're calling it, Spinz Vinyl Show. I'm here with my boy Chris. Chris, what is up, baby? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. What's cracking, man?
Is that the name of a band?
Happy Monday?
The Happy Mondays or something like that?
I don't know. That would be a cool name for like a new wave band.
Maybe. Hold on. I know we just rebranded, but we got to rebrand again, dude. Happy Mondays.
Happy Mondays, the greatest new wave cover band on the East Coast.
Ooh, I love that, dude. Bringing it all the way home. All right, guys, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Spinz Vinyl. Welcome to what is still known on Mondays as Your Brain on Vinyl, encapsulated in this chocolate coating of the Spinz Vinyl Show. Why the Spinz Vinyl Show? Breaking news today. I should have had my breaking news sounder.
Ba, 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 ba.
Thank you. I've just been handed this message. Folks, we are going live. The Spinz Vinyl Show is going live. By the way, before I even tell you this, like, subscribe. I'm not ashamed to say it this time. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is why. We're going live daily, Monday through Friday. We are here, your vinyl record source, Spinz Vinyl. It's going to be off the chain. You're going to want to be here. We're going to get you involved. We're going to do the games we always do. You're a part of the action. We're going to bring you all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to have guest hosts. We're going to get into vinyl news every day. We're going to have, I mean, it's just, there's so much more. We're going to have people calling in. It's going to be phenomenal. Already, to give you a little teaser, a little taste of what this chocolate coating is going to be, let me break down the week for you. Monday, tonight, me, Chris, of course, the man himself, live 8 p.m. Central. We are going to talk about record store day. So do not go anywhere. Not only are we going to talk about record store day, we're going to talk about the hits, the misses, our must-haves, our wish list. We're going to play a game at the end. You're going to get involved. I'm going to share the link very shortly. You can still expect that every Monday. Tuesday, tomorrow, as a matter of fact, 8 p.m. Central, we're going to have Felipe from the Jazz Bums. So I'm going to give you an hour. You know, I got some content planned. You know, we'll vibe out in the chat. And you got to stick around because 9 o'clock Central comes Felipe from the Jazz Bums. We're going to do an hour with him. We're going to pick his brain. You guys are going to be able to ask him whatever you want to. And we're going to play a little game, a jazz-themed game. It's going to be super fun. Wednesday, Brandon, the Hall of Famer. You guys know him. You guys love him. Mr. Old School. He and I do a show called, what is it called? Turntable Tales. That's actually switching to a weekly live stream, Chris. A weekly live stream, and we are kicking it off right. Do I seem excited?
I have one thing to say.
Yes.
That was easy.
There you go. He's got the sounders right over there. Wednesday, guys, Mr. Hall of Fame Brandon is here. We're going to do something that's never, ever, ever been done. Probably never even thought of because it's too insane. We're going to do a co-room tour live. You're going to get to see Brandon's insane record store that he has in his house. The wall records, the posters, the box sets, whatever. And it's going to be live. So you're going to get to pick his brain. You're going to get to say, wait a minute, what about that? Dude, go back to that. And we're going to pull it down live for you together. So he's going to go, I'm going to go. It's going to be a fantastic stream. You're going to get to see how all this magic is done, the system, the records, how do I catalog everything. Going to be amazing. That's Wednesday.
Wow.
8 p.m. Central. Thursday, Surface Noise B-side, of course. Every other week we do it. We're going to be on the B-side. Of course, you know it. Chris is there. Jason Rojas is there. Arnaldo is there. Jose. Some permutation of those guys will be there. That's Thursday. Friday, guys. Friday. I know what you're thinking. Friday? The Jazz Bums are Friday, dude. You can't go up against Jazz Bums. Don't worry. We're not going up against the Jazz Bums. We're going to take you right up to the Jazz Bums. We're going to lead you into it. So I'm going to do an hour, 6 p.m. Central. That's the only difference all week long. So it's 8 p.m. every night. Set your clock by it, except Friday, it's 6 p.m. and it will be shenanigans. We're going to talk jazz leading into the Jazz Bums. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. We are here for you. It's going to be super, super fun, Chris. So, woo, okay, I got it out.
Congratulations, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm stoked for it, dude. And there's so much other stuff I can't even talk about yet, guys. I can't even talk about half of the stuff that's just lined up now. Next week, there's more. All the programming is already scheduled out. So you're going to want to be here for it. It's going to be awesome. Cesar, what's up? Let's say hey to some people. Cesar, it's Monday, baby. I love it with a Z. I love that. Did you do that on purpose or was it a typo? It's Monday with the Z, just like Spinz. Flat, round, and spun VC. What is up? The happy Mondays. I thought so, dude. I thought so. All right. Woo. Okay, I got that off my chest. I'm probably going to go through that spiel again in another half an hour or so as more people join. Thank you to everyone that's here. Still getting over a cough, but we'll get there. Today, I got Chris. We're going to do Record Store Day. I know it's old news already because it dropped on Thursday. Here we are like 4 days later, kind of picking up the pieces, but that's okay, man. We're going to make this fun. And don't forget, in fact, let me get the link in the chat right now. And I'm going to add this link as we go along. If you were here for Surface Noise last Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago, I guess, you'll remember that we played a little game of, what game was it, Chris? We played a little game of Would You Rather.
Would you rather, yeah.
And we're going to do that again. So we're going to do one that's going to be Record Store Day related. So click that link, get ready. The reason I'm sharing the link now and I want to tease this will happen at the top of the hour, about 51 minutes from now, is because you want to get your setup right? You're going to probably want 2 browser windows or something like that so that you don't lose the stream and you can still play the game. So super fun.
I have breaking news. I just gave a big fat subscribe to Flat Round and Spun VC. I'd never seen his channel before, but
oh, awesome.
Taking a quick peek, I'm pretty psyched about it.
Well, thank you, Flat Round, man. Making friends already. We will definitely check that out, dude. Thanks for being here. And we love to spread the love in the community. So we will definitely be throwing that subscribe your way. Cesar, purposely more live streams. There's never enough, especially good ones such as this. Cesar, you are the man. I hope to see you every single day. I never get sick of your face. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. All right, let me throw up the screen now. Boom, there it is. Just that easy. Record Store Day releases. Chris, Record Store Day. I should have had the date handy. When is Record Store Day? May.
Every day's Record Store Day.
April or May. Every day's Record Store Day. Why isn't it on the homepage, guys? What day is Record Store Day?
April. It's earlier, I think. April 12th. Is that a Saturday? Yeah, April 12th.
April 12th. There you go. Thank you. April 12th, guys. Chris, and you guys let us know too. Yeah, thanks, Cesar. Trevor, what's up, Trevor? Shout out, Trevor. Flat Round and Spun VC. Go, if it's good enough for Chris, he's good enough for you. Go give him a follow, subscribe. Yeah, let us know in chat, Chris. Do you have, first of all, assuming you participate or when you do participate in Record Store Day, do you have a home base? Do you have one place you like to go to every single year or even twice a year on Black Friday and give them your love? And is that where you pick up your records? Is there one place or do you bounce around a little?
There is one place I always go to. I always go to Dark Side Records in New York. Shout out to Justin and Tyler and the crew up there. I will also go to Jerosa in Connecticut. It's hard for me to bounce around because the record stores are probably like 45 minutes apart from one another, you know. So
which was
really
surprising to hear that when you told me that a guy from New York is 45 minutes away in any direction from buying wax. That was kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, there might maybe it's like 40, but once you start bouncing around, you lose some critical time. So I always I always hit up Dark Side first. They also price the fairest. Um, and yeah, I mean, I love Record Store Day. I take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if it's always intended for veterans of this hobby who are constantly getting records. I think it's targeted to attract new people. I think that's the point of it. I think it's targeted to attract people who don't go to stores often or are curious about the hobby to kind of see what the craze is about. I never knock the list because just because the list isn't for me doesn't mean it's bad. I think when you have a lot of stuff like we have, the list isn't always going to be for you. And there's some record store day or Black Fridays, like I just don't really buy that much. And there's some like on this list, I made a list, but I'm gonna have to make some critical decisions as the day approaches. The
Are
one thing
you
I
are you
yeah,
you're in, when is your how early do you get in line?
I've never waited online. I just don't care that much, and the effort to get there early enough, especially at Dark Side. Like Dark Side, people are online like 3 or 4 o'clock the afternoon before. It's insane. Um, With that said, this Black Friday, I happened to be awake because I went to bed really early on Thanksgiving, and I was up, so I went there and waited online. And I really didn't even need to for that day. So
Oh, really?
yeah, you just kind of miss the either you get there really early or you just kind of suck it up and go later. But the one thing that Dark Side Records does, and I think some other stores have started to do this that I've seen around the country, is they have their RSD list, obviously, but then they save some grails and stuff for like their holy moly wall.
Mhm.
So that also causes people to wait in line. They've had some really interesting stuff. But yeah, I just that's part of the fun too. I think it's like you get there when you get there, and it kind of makes some of the decisions easier for me. And then if I want to go after the fact or secondary market, if something's really elusive, then I'll try for it. But I've also been lucky that a couple of releases that I missed out on became like standard releases like a year later or something. So I just try
Yeah.
to exert some patience because you could really run out of control with this stuff. And I've made some mistakes in the past on Record Store Day.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I don't know. Is it more of a fun thing, like sort of an experience almost? I know last year I was pretty hot and heavy into it and stood in line, the last 2 years really. And it was kind of fun, to pull some of these records down. You feel like it's almost an Easter egg hunt and fill up your bag of tricks and get out of there with your whatever you want to call them, if not grail record sorted grails, at least your wish list. But yeah, if I don't participate, like I don't think I went on for Black Friday like you did, and I didn't really feel like I missed anything. So it's like I don't necessarily have this FOMO about it, but I definitely have like it's fun. Like I like to go down there. I go to Jackpot Records, which is in my neck of the woods over in Portland, Oregon, and so yeah, it's just cool. You get to know the people. Maybe even standing in line, and it's this whole kind of I don't know social event, which is cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
I am looking forward. I'm looking forward to it for that reason, even if there's not, and we'll get into no spoilers, but and usually look, if I walk out with like 2-3 records, like I'm satisfied, right? Even though there's over 300 records this year, 337 records, I acknowledge, like you said, that they're not all for me. Like these are going to be for oftentimes either people that are really well, we can get into that, but
I like it too. It's a social event. I also like when I have like a friend that's new to the hobby, or like when my brother-in-law was new to the hobby. I remember like going with them on their first Record Store Day just so they could see the craze, because
right.
there is a craze and a mania about it. My daughter's gone with me. I think last Record Store Day in the springtime, the official one, I think I got up to the store and I turned around because the line was so insane. I was like, I'm not waiting for 4 hours, and I still got everything I wanted. But I agree with you. It's like, and it's a for me where it's a good and a bad thing that there isn't like a store 10 minutes for me, because if there was, I'd probably be there a couple days a week.
Right.
So it forces me to get out to the stores that I really appreciate that have been so good to me and make an effort. Because I just usually don't typically just buy record store day stuff. You know, you go pop in the bins or grab a new release or something like that, and
Right.
show your support. So
Yeah, it's fun to be standing in line and have people getting their morning coffee look at you like, what? Why are you guys in line? And then you say vinyl records, and they're like, why?
why? Yeah,
Either A, what is that? Or B, like, what year is it? So it's kind of funny. Had a couple of experiences like that. Vinyl and Kicks, shout out. What's up, baby? Hola. Don't go anywhere, Vinyl and Kicks. We got some fun today. In fact, in another 12 minutes, I have an announcement to make because I don't think you were here at the beginning, so you won't want to miss it. And also, we have a game today, so I'm going to share the link again. That's starting at the top of the hour. All right, well, let's go through this, Chris. We're not going to go through every release. There's way too many. This is not like the Tone Poet releases where we can just, blow through them. But let's pick out, some of the bigger releases, maybe some of the ones that we're looking forward to, and we could talk about them.
yeah. So I want to say this, that I can go over my picks if you want, but there's a ton of stuff on here that I'm not going to get that I think is really cool.
Right.
Even
a lot of it is
green.
cool. A lot of it is cool. And some of this stuff, in another life, yeah, maybe. Oops. Like just looking at this Aha. Hunting High and Low, Record Store Day, crystal clear vinyl. This edition's album sleeve associated packaging feature unseen images, a design evocative of its 1985 release featuring the demo of Take On Me. So yeah, it's very different, looking record. I love the 80s, so this is right up my alley. This is a great album. I'm not sure that I'm going to pick it up though, but it's cool. It's cool for someone. I know people that are going to have that at the top of their list.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too about that. And even like the Air Moon Safari live and demos, that's cool. That's that's the Moon Safari is such a classic record for the genre. So it's cool they're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. You could have a list where there's a dozen things that you find interesting, but even looking at this list of stuff that I know I'm not going to buy, if I had unlimited resources, I would pick that stuff up. I think that would be worth having.
Right.
So even like this Trent Reznor and Atticus Rose 7-inch, that'll probably be popular. There's a ton of stuff on here, but
yeah,
I have some picks. I really, what I usually do with this is when the list drops, I just list everything and then I go through again a couple of days later, which I did last night and today. And then as the weeks go on, I'll trim down the list even further until the day of. Kind of do some window shopping and then make some decisions.
That's cool. Real quick, Flat Round and Spun has seen Air. I love that, dude. Nice. I discovered Air probably in the early 2000s. Was it Talkie Walkie? I think, and this is going by memory, but I remember getting that CD coming out and just loving it. I think it's Talkie Walkie or something like that. Love that record, man. So that's really cool. Shout out Wyoming Dave. Sorry, Chris.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to give you my picks? I can give you my picks, or I have the list.
Yeah, so, well, one interesting thing, too, and maybe this will kind of flavor as we get into this, is that, two, I would say, major themes that come out of Record Store Day when it comes to pressings is colored wax and picture discs, right? So, yeah. And I'm not saying that's the only theme, but, we talked about this, I think, in the past, where some people are just, they don't like the colored wax. They don't like the picture disc. There's kind of a stigma around the quality of those records. It's debatable, but, so some of the stuff might be more collectible stuff as opposed to like something you're going to spin every day or whatnot. So anyway, we're going to get into that more when we get into the game at the top of the hour. Some of that stuff will come up, but yeah, give us, let's just go down the list, dude. You have anything you want to highlight or anything as we go? Cause this is a long list. So
yeah. So on the first page,
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I don't have a lot to talk about. So I do want to talk about this because I just saw it because I don't want you to skip by it. I'm a Count Basie guy.
I know.
I'm a Count Basie guy. The Roulette years are phenomenal. Roulette, by the way, started out as a front for gangster activity. Little known fact. You can look it up. But this is the best of the Roulette years. I have probably everything he's done on roulette. But if you're someone that just wants to get into Basie, there's a lot worse places you can start. His roulette stuff is fantastic. This has, I'm looking at it right now, 1 o'clock jump, Splanky, good stuff. So this is only, this is limited to 1,000 records also. I just wanted to give that a shout out. I love Basie. I think this is, I'm not mad at how they did this because Basie stuff is so easy to come by. I don't see the point in like, you know, just doing a reissue. Doing a best of the roulette years is a very good way to go, in my opinion. So yeah, just wanted to shout that out.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that stuff. I caught my eye too. I was like, oh, Spinz is definitely going to mention that. And there you go.
There you go.
So on this first page, there's 2 that I'm interested in. One breaks my rule. I'm not big on singles or 7-inch, but this Beck George Harrison, Be Here Now, the RSD song of the year. I feel like that's something I might have to pick up. And it
How
might
come I
be,
can't find it? It's what is the?
It might be under on this. I printed out the PDF, so it might be on the web version. We can wait till we get to Harrison. It'll be under Harrison too.
Oh, okay.
The other thing I think, and just, you know, full disclosure to the viewers, I'm so bad at speculating on these things, but there you go. The RSD song of the year, Beck and George Harrison, Be Here Now. So one side is George, and then the other side is Beck doing it.
That's cool.
I think this is going to be big because of the label and because of the subject matter. But I feel like this Jeff Bridges Slow Magic is going to be more popular than people expect. It's a record store exclusive, which is supposed to not get a repress. I think Bridges, because of the Lebowski association and him just kind of being like a cult hero now, and on the Light on the Attic label, I think that's going to be a pretty cool release. So I might try to pick that up if it's available when I go.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm
here in the mix.
I'm only going to highlight what I circled as like a consideration.
Okay.
Next, going down the list, Elvis Costello. This intrigues me.
I'll just search
it. It might be, yeah, you could do a quick search on it. My list is by last name. So this is pretty cool. Live Elvis Costello. I think this is the late 80s. Yep. Pretty badass band behind him there.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, live at the Royal Albert Hall, 1987.
Yeah, Keltner on drums. Benmont is with Petty and the Heartbreakers. So it's a pretty cool band. Pretty cool set list. And they do a cover on here of a Mose Allison tune, Your Mind Is on Vacation, on track 12. So obviously the rest of the set list is pretty sweet, but I like to check this out as well.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. 80s Elvis Costello on wax. Is this just on 2 LP? Okay, yeah. So 17 tracks on two albums. That's really cool. That's really, really cool.
The only downside is Third Man's pressing it, so it'll probably come warped. Let's see. Right after
throwing some shade.
One of my favorite bands, which I don't think I've ever really mentioned on this show, in all of our conversations, but the Cowboy Junkies are putting out an acoustic called More Acoustic Junk. I'm a big Cowboy Junkies fan.
I don't know why I keep doing that.
All of their albums and compilations are super fun. So I'm probably going to check this out as well.
That's cool. Features 5 brand new acoustic recordings alongside 5 tracks from the original Acoustic Junk album, 3 of which has been remixed for this compilation.
It's crazy too, because it says like stripped down. Like this band they have a massive sound for what they do, but they are a pretty stripped down band. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting how they do this. Head
on the Door. So this is cool. Let me shout out Head on the Door. This is a great album, by the way. To me, this is sort of like the bridge between like the very much more sort of I don't know, serious kind of, I don't want to say depressing, but that, you know, the one style of Cure we got before we sort of got Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, and like a lot of the pop stuff. Head on the Door kind of came along, and I love this album. And it's a picture disc, so that's cool. I mean, they're doing a lot of Cure picture discs. I'm not a big fan of picture discs, particularly if I already have the original, so this will not be for me, but I still think that's fun. Before I go on to the next page, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything here.
Yeah, I'm not a picture disc fan. I have one by accident. That's it.
Yeah. I might have one also. I mean, it's cool. Like if I come across one, you know, and it's like nothing else to pick up and it's cool, just to have it, you know what I mean? But I'm not looking for them to like you said, I probably have one.
Look, if they did like Fish picture discs or something like that, I would do that, or like Grateful Dead picture discs, maybe. I know they've done a few, but
yeah,
that would be like the reason behind it. I would never play them, so I just don't have the space for that. Let's see what else I got a bunch more.
Okay.
This when I first looked at the list, I didn't really notice. Then I went back today and saw there's a Nathan Davis coming out on MPS.
Happy Girl.
Yeah, I guess the story is this hasn't been reissued in quite some time. I don't know this record.
Eric Dolphy
Davis.
Oh, who has worked with Elvin Jones, Art Blakey, Eric Dolphy. Okay. That's cool.
At first I thought this was the lineup too, but then you see Larry Young on piano here, which I think would be a young Larry Young when this came out. But this is something that's intriguing. I have to sample this record first. I'm sure it's great because it's Nathan Davis, but that caught my eye when I went back over the list. The next one, and there's two in this series that they're doing, two different artists. The first one I'll bring up is this Kenny Dorham.
Yeah.
I've slowed down on live jazz on vinyl, but I have to have this because the Blue Bossa is a club in the Bronx, which is half hour, 40 minutes for me in New York. And I think this is just a really cool thing in the late 60s. And if you look at the lineup, Sonny Red,
Paul
Chambers, Dennis Charles. I mean, this is going to be awesome.
Transferred from the original tape.
Yeah,
that's cool, dude.
And I like what Resonance has been doing as far as their releases. I think they're out of California. They do these limited edition record store days. I think I have a Dexter Gordon from them. I might have a that Dolphy that everybody was going after a few years ago. They got reissued like twice for Record Store Day. I think they did that as well. So that looks interesting.
Yeah. This is this is a deep cut for you. Those of you that like 80s, You Spin Me Round, right? Dead or Alive. I'm a fan. This is basically 80s dance music. And Pete Burns, tragic ending. But I love Pete Burns and I love Dead or Alive. This is some great stuff. So this is really cool, actually. The 4th anniversary of Youthquake remixes. So this is one that's kind of on my list, man. I'm kind of excited about that one. We'll see if other stuff trumps it, but that's really cool. Let me just do a couple of shout outs here. Picture discs are not for Vinyl and Kicks. Yeah, don't blame you. Happy Girl Solid LP says vinyl. Wyoming Dave 2 Dead or Alive. Man, I love Dead or Alive. I used to have more, but I think I've thinned out my collection a little bit. I need to get some more Dead or Alive back in the collection. So Falling Days sell leftover RSD titles online and sometimes at a really good discount. Yeah, in fact, Chris and I was asking him about that. It came up because we were talking about the Grateful Dead stuff. There's certain sort of commonalities that come up every record store day, right? One is going to be a live session of Bill Evans. One is going to be a box set live show of the Grateful Dead. This year is no exception. And they're pricey, right? They're pricey. So my question to him was, do these things come down in the secondary market? And, maybe they do, maybe they don't. It just depends on the title, the venue. We're at the bottom of the hour. I just want to mention again, I'm excited to announce this. I want to make sure everybody knows we've had some more people joining us. If you missed the top of the show, Spinz Vinyl, which now we are the Spinz Vinyl Show. Why? Because we're going live daily. So 8 p.m. Central, Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Central on Fridays. That way we can bring you right up to the Jazz Bum Show. So you'll be able to watch here. We'll hand you right off to the Jazz Bums. In fact, those days, Fridays will probably be Jazz Talk. So that'll be super cool. The lineup this week, of course, we're talking Record Store Day today. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to share a link at the top of the hour. You're going to get involved, and we're going to play another game. That's going to be super fun. A Record Store Day themed game. Tomorrow, Felipe is saving me. We had a cancellation, but Felipe jumped right in there from the Jazz Bums. He will be here for an hour, starting at 9 p.m. Central. So basically the way the shows will start to work, unless it's Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So mostly Tuesdays and Fridays will be a little bit different. I'll have an hour where I come on and we'll talk about, the news, or we'll show some recent pickups, or just chat. And then I will be teasing either an interview or a co-host or something like that. So tomorrow is Felipe from the Jazz Bums at 9. Wednesday, I'll be live with Mr. Hall of Fame, Brandon, the OG in the vinyl community. You guys know we have a show that we do called Turntable Tales. That's moving to a Wednesday slot weekly in the evening. So check that out. It's going to be live this Wednesday especially. We are kicking it off correctly. We're doing I have no other way to say it, but a live room tours. So it's gonna be super fun because you're gonna see Brandon's room. If you guys know who Brandon is, you guys know his room is insane. You're gonna get to see my room in great detail. It's gonna be live. You guys can, want to see something more close up. You have questions about the system, anything, you'll be able to ask them on Wednesday. That is going to be super fun. Thursday is the B-side. Surface Noise, the B-side. You guys know this is the B-side week, so that's what we're doing Thursday. And then Friday, as I said, we'll pick you up at 6 p.m. Central right before the Jazz Bumps go on, and we'll talk some jazz. So I'm excited about that because it's a new daily live stream that I'm doing here. So definitely hit the like, hit the subscription, hit the bell because you don't want to miss it. It's going to be great, really great content. As I said before, that's the tease, but there's way more, and it's all lined up. Next week, we have more guests, and it's just going to get even more insane from there. So definitely don't want to miss that stuff. Thanks for letting me do that again, Chris. All right.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe so you know when Spinz goes live, because it's going to be, like you said, daily.
Yeah, set your clock to it. That's the thing. Yeah, it's like you don't have to guess it's every other Thursday or this or that. No, it's going to be every day. So that's going to be cool. All right. So what else, Chris? What else are you looking for on this Record Store Day list?
So I'm looking at Vinyl and Kicks when I bring up this title because he might know it. But if he doesn't, I'm going to recommend it to him. So the Free Nationals are putting out their album, just the instrumentals, which is worth having. The Free Nationals are basically Anderson .Paak's backing band.
Oh, cool.
That for some reason they haven't reissued or repressed their debut album. It's similar to the cover they're showing here, just a different colorway. But I'm excited about this if I can get my hands on it. This is one album that the instrumentals are worth having.
I've not heard this, but they're talking about funk, soul, and R&B, which is right up my alley. So I'm going to have to check this out for sure.
Yeah, it's modern stuff, but really, really, really good music. Really well thought out. Sounds great. And it kind of flew under the radar when it got issued. And I think it might have been because it was during the pandemic. But I have it's like one of those records like I happen to grab, and then I looked at it on Discogs the other day and the value's like double. I'm like, why is this double? And then I realized you can't get it anywhere. So I'm psyched they're doing an instrumentals album on this. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
One I'm torn on, I'm torn on this because basically every Record Store Day I get whatever this band puts out, but I'm not sure if I need a live album by them. But the Gorillaz are doing their Demon Days live from the Apollo, which I think was a live concert film.
Yeah.
And I have it circled, but I'm probably going to pass on it.
Okay.
But I just think that's a pretty cool release.
They're on the next page. Let me just finish. We'll go through this later, and we'll flip over and we'll do the Gorillaz.
Yeah, no worries.
Dawkins' live album, Best from the East. So if you like your 80s rock, 2 LP set, pressed on green and orange vinyl, looks kind of cool. From recorded in Japan, 1988. Strange Days, a work in progress. I don't even remember seeing this when I looked at this. So what is this? Early alternate mixes from the Strange Days sessions. That's interesting.
Do they do it for Morrison Hotel too? I forget. So this is just a quirk about me. I have many. Like I won't start buying these because I don't have the other volumes that came out in the previous years. So I don't want to go back and start trying to be a completist. So I'll just let it go.
Gotcha.
But I'd like to have it.
We talked Kenny Dorham. We got Dance Macabre Deluxe right there. Duran Duran for you Duranis. I am. Love Duran Duran. That's cool. Bill Evans, of course, made the bill with another live show. There it is.
Oh, I thought they were putting his whole estate up for this record store day. I guess
Live in Finland, 64 to 69. I mean, look, I have some of this record store day that Bill Evans put out. It's really good. I mean, I know he takes, when things tend to be repetitive, they tend to get panned a little bit. Oh, do we really need another one of these? I'm on board, man. His stuff's great. It's really cool to kind of hear some of these alternate takes that we've never heard before, this live stuff. And his bands are always freaking tight, dude. I mean, the drums and bass are always on point.
I told you I took a big hiatus from Bill Evans for a long time, and just over the past couple of months, I started listening to him again heavy. So,
what about this Jerry Garcia band? Don't Let Go, Orpheum Theater, 1976. I mean, it's a great year.
Yep, this is a good band too.
Yeah,
and they mentioned it here. So I was gonna say this is one of the best. That's What Love Will Make You Do.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, this has been out on CD before.
Keith and Donna in the mix. So if you're a Keith and Donna fan, yeah,
70. So this, I like the 70.
Got my Grateful Dead shirt on today, as a matter of fact.
76 Jerry, it kind of leads into that 77 to 81 stuff that I love by the Grateful Dead itself. So this is a good this is a cool set. See, I can pass on that because it's been out before. I'd rather buy the Jerry solo boxes than the Grateful Dead boxes at this point.
Yeah, exactly. If I had to pick, right? That's why I don't end up with a lot of the stuff, because I'm always going to pick, like you just said, I'm going to try to grab the Grateful Dead stuff first. And so I just never, I don't have an unlimited budget, unfortunately. So here's your Gorillaz, Demon Days, live from the Apollo. No details, but there it is.
It's the Gorillaz. There are no details.
Okay. 2 LP, 6,500 quantity.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Bom, 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 bom. Grateful Dead. So got to show these on a back porch. So this is not going to be for, because these are going to be what? These are releases of. This
is Dogfish. The beer company does these compilations.
Yeah, it's a compilation, right? So you got some great stuff on here. I mean, Eyes of the World's on here, Easy Wind. But this is not going to be probably for the person that's already got everything.
Hot take. I think you can pass on this because I think the Eyes of the World is from like 89.
Okay.
If you scroll down, the track list is there.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So
91 actually.
91, okay. Is it from Giant Stadium in 91? I think that's been released. Yeah, that show's been released.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Is that the show where they busted out Dark Star again?
Oh, is that it?
It might have been. Or they like sieged it through the whole second set. I forget the show details. I have to go back and look.
This is the one I'm excited about. And this one gets high marks. Like if you're someone that follows the Grateful Dead, cassette tape collectors and stuff, there's no shortage of reviews of this stuff, and so it's really easy to find these shows and just look them up, and they're people have rated these, and it's they're everywhere. This got some great stuff on it, man. You're gonna get help. This is gonna be right there at the Blues for Allah era, where you've got Help on the Way into Slipknot and the Franklin's Tower, which I'm always a fan. The
best.
Yeah, so this is really cool, and you got a lot of these, which is nice. So hopefully this doesn't end up being something that, where the prices get crazy, because they're doing 5,500 just in the US, 7,600 worldwide. So that's cool. A nice New York, your neck of the woods there, Chris, 1976 show.
Man, the Beacon, when you come to New York, Spinz, we got to get you to a Beacon show.
Oh yeah, we'll check it out for sure, dude. So we talked George Harrison and Beck. What's next, dude?
Freddie Hubbard.
What about John Lee? Okay, I'm so sorry. We got to talk about John Lee, right?
Yeah, we can.
Oh
yeah, you pointed this out to me.
3 LPs, the full October 69 recording, the sessions, recorded in Paris, never been released. You know what? I think, okay, this is another thing I want to say is that not all these covers are great. You kind of go through these and it's who did the graphic design for these? This one got a great cover. I love it. John Lee Hooker, the Charcot Sessions 3 LP with a great cover. Only $12.50. Only $12.50. So this is a reason to go, in my opinion. If you got to show up wait in line a little bit and hope that your local got one, because that's really cool.
Hey, Spinz, I want to just shout out a comment real quick. I know that you tuned in to WPKN 89.5 in Bridgeport, Connecticut a couple of Fridays ago. Dead Bob
Absolutely.
is in the building, who does a radio show the fourth and fifth Friday of every month, and he's saying all doors always fascinating, and that's a man's opinion you should trust.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, that Doors album scene's really interesting. I mean, obviously, I love the record is fantastic, Strange Days, so definitely check it out. Dead Bob, yeah, check him out, man. Chris, give us the deets on Dead Bob so we know it, because I mean, you shared the link with me. It's fantastic. The very first song that was played, I'm texting Chris, dude, what version is this? This is unbelievable, dude. I'm like, the record is already in my Discogs, cart. So yeah, I'm probably gonna snag it. But how do we find Dead Bob, dude?
So we're gonna go to
or you can work on that and I can keep going. We can
online WPKN 89.5. It's I guess an independent or non-commercial radio station out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And on the fourth and fifth Friday every month, Bob has been a good friend of mine for over 20 years now, I think. Does a show where it's really just he calls it open forehead format. It's really just free form. You'll get anything and everything in the show. You might get some Zappa, you might get some Dead, you might get some Mose Allison. You'll get the midnight special at 12 o'clock where he plays a theme of some sets. A couple weeks ago he did Bob Dylan in the Basement Tapes when Garth Hudson passed. This past Friday he did an NRBQ set, which was fantastic. So well worth shouting out. We'll definitely on your Friday streams when he's going to be on the air, I'll let you know. You can give him a shout. So people
there we go. There we go. Yeah,
we'll be checking
out.
We'll stream it or you get an app.
Let's share we'll share the link in the description, guys, after the show, because it's really worth checking out. Freddie Hubbard. This is the one you brought up. There it is. Live from the Blue Morocco.
This is another one. This is the same venue as that Kenny Dorham, Bronx, New York. So this is like, I don't even need to read the details. Just give it to me.
I mean, Hubbard's your guy, right? And this is a 1967 in Blue Morocco, right? New York. So yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Kenny Barron in the house. 3 LPs transferred from the original tape. So if you like this stuff, I mean, yeah, that's got to be on your wish list. Couple of Robert Hunters, dude. Do you know anything about these? No, alternate version of Grateful Dead lyrics is Robert Hunter's second studio. So I don't know about the Robert Hunter stuff. Obviously, Robert Hunter wrote a lot of the lyrics with Jerry Garcia for the Grateful Dead. And I don't know if their whole career spanned that, but certainly in the early days, and a lot of the stuff that we know and love came out of this guy's pen. So, but he also has his own records. So do you know anything about that stuff?
On the surface, not too much. I didn't look at this release at all. Scroll down, see if we get a track list. I guess if it's his second album, it's going to have alternative takes. That'll be kind of cool. Maybe they're acoustic or.
Yeah, I have no idea, but it'd be interesting to check it out.
Nice.
All right, so there's 2 of these. So if you're a fan of there's one. One's the how come it's listed
one's on
twice?
CD.
Right. Okay,
one's probably on CD.
Okay. So yeah, there we go. Little Robert Hunter love. All right. What else?
Let's see what. Oh, this I'm pumped about. I don't know if it's going to come up on your list alphabetically. Oh yeah, there it is. Skip James.
Well, Skip James, Hard Time Killing Floor. Ooh, okay.
So, don't know what this is about, but this is something you buy without really investigating, in my opinion, if you like this guy. Skip James, how do you describe him? acoustic player and piano player. I think he was on, what was Joan Baez's label? Was he on Vanguard for a while? I think he was on Vanguard for a while. But this is the type of blues that I love. So just really haunting stuff.
I love my blues. I don't know about Skip James, flat out. So I would be, just based on your recommendation, I would definitely check it out. These blues records, they're getting like low quantity releases, 1,500. I mean, look, this isn't going to be have the same fan base as like a Grateful Dead or something, but these are quality. This is quality music, and a lot of it is preservation of this stuff that is difficult to track down. So
just look at these song titles. Like, how could you not want to buy it?
Cypress Grove Blues.
The Devil Got My Woman. Jesus Is a Mighty Good Leader. 2220 Blues. I've heard that. A bunch of people do that. Little Cow and Calf is gonna die blues. Come on, man. Like, put it on. There. Put it on. Play it loud.
Absolutely.
So one that everybody's done some great videos on this. The other one right underneath that. Oh, you want to go Jethro Tull? It's fine. But
I mean, I love Jethro. I just real quick. I mean, so this is 75, 78 from the vault. Double LP, rarities and outtakes. I would definitely take a chance on this. Jethro Tull's near and dear to my heart. It's just great stuff. So, but yeah, you were gonna say Elton John?
No way. The Jayhawks. I don't know if anybody's a Jayhawks fan. Scroll up right underneath Skip James. Right above it. Blue Earth. This is getting 3,000. This should be pretty easy to get. Jayhawks, kind of like they were kind of on a little bit before the alt country thing got popular in the mid 90s. Great band, substantial musicians, great songwriters. So I'm excited about this. Comes with a little bonus EP too. And I'm not a big 7-inch guy, but when I get them with records, I keep them. But this looks pretty cool as well. No one else has really talked about this. It's a good album.
Okay. Definitely we'll be checking that out based on your recommendation. Vinyl Kicks, you're absolutely right, dude. Collecting the Dead is an endless money draining hole. So never interested. Awesome band though. Yeah, I'm very selective. If I'm being 100% honest, I really only have 2 box sets, 2 live shows that I just think are killer. So yeah, I'm very selective there because man, dude, that can just be a bottomless pit for sure. Skip James' Devil Got My Woman is a must here if you are a blues fan. Yep, I'm making a note of it. It's going on a post-it right now.
This other one, if you scroll down a little bit, and I've sent you stuff on this guy, Marcus King. I'm really psyched they're putting something out by him. I'm hoping that they do enough of these. All credit to my brother-in-law for getting me into this guy. I've seen him live twice. One of the best 5 or 10 guitar players on the planet right now. And his band is badass. His complimentary player, Drew, is awesome. I think this is going to be really popular. I hope they press enough of these. I don't see a number on it, which could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
But this is, how would I describe him? It's a little bit of everything. Southern rock, blues rock, definitely inspired by the Almonds. Plays a lot of jazz licks. I've seen him do a killer cover of In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, like melted my face. I mean, this kid's an amazing songwriter. He very similar to Warren Haynes. If you're a Warren Haynes fan, like Government Mule, like the Almonds, definitely in the same arena as him. But this is really cool that they're putting something out. This is well overdue. He actually just did like 4 or 5 nights at the Blue Note in New York.
Oh, nice.
Like on like a side project that he has or some kind of special showcase.
Yeah, and this is a live album too here from the Bluebird Cafe. So double LP. What I like about this is, when it comes to RSD, look, I'm not a big colored vinyl fan. I'm not a big picture disc guy. This comes with a poster. So look, that's cool. I like that they're adding some value. This is the kind of stuff we used to get. And, maybe it was a little, rare to kind of grab those posters, but having a nice insert is cool. And to me, that adds something to it. So that's fun, man, that comes with a poster. That's really cool. Shout out posters. If you haven't gotten into Marcus King, just go down the YouTube rabbit hole. Okay.
He's just amazing.
So Judas Priest
Um,
live in Atlanta, 82 double LP. I got to shout it out just because, I got my Judas Priest. So that's cool. I don't know if I know they have a live album. I don't know that I've heard it, so I'm not overly aware of their live stuff. But
I was watching channel 33 RPM. I don't know if you've ever seen his stuff, but he's out of Canada and he focuses on like a lot of metal 80s rock too. He pointed out when he talked about covers, he pointed out that the artwork from that cover is from eras that are after that live show
really?
took place. So he was like cracking jokes on that.
Yeah.
That's a breakout from a box set too, I think.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be pretty popular amongst the Judas Priest.
So
crew.
Rush either, polarizing. I bring up Rush because I love Rush, and then people say Rush sucks. But I say I love Journey. They say Journey sucks. So, but if you are a Rush person, here's a little Geddy Lee action right here. Lost demos. I don't know what to expect from this, but you should know about it if you're into Rush. Let's see. Or if you're into Geddy Lee, maybe it's nothing like Rush. I have no idea. Lemonheads in Dreamland, Long Lost Car Button Cloth Era radio sessions, outtakes. That's kind of cool.
Is there covers on that?
800. They're only doing 800 of these.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Is it a Record Store Day exclusive or first? Oh, it's a first. So okay, it'll come back. It'll come out eventually.
Oh, okay. Well, explain
That's
that. So for people that don't know, including me, like what is the different release types?
So apparently this is how it works, although they've broken these rules. They just broke this rule with the Fleet Foxes and the Death Cab for Cutie from Black Friday. But so you have RSD exclusive, which is it's supposed to only be released on Record Store Day. Like it's one and done. Once it's gone, you're not getting it back. But then there's RSD first, where they'll press it for Record Store Day. It'll be a variant. It'll typically be color, and then most of the time it'll get issued, outside of RSD as like a black wax.
Okay.
But sometimes the exclusives do so well, I guess they change their mind and they press them, and sometimes the firsts never come back out. I'm not trying to cause panic, but there's some inconsistencies there. That's why you got to be patient too. So if you really have a big list, I would go for the exclusives first, unless it's something you really have your heart set on, because you're eventually going to be able to get it. You just might have to wait a while.
Got it. I know we're just on page 4, guys. We're going to get through these. The game is coming. We're going to play a game today. You're going to get involved. I have a link I'm going to share, so don't go anywhere. You guys we're actually going to get to see your results. There's a leaderboard and everything. It's going to be really, really fun. And that's going to be a Record Store Day themed game. What version are we doing? I don't know why I keep spacing out on this. It's Would You Rather. You guys know all about Would You Rather. So we're going to do a Record Store Day game. It's coming. I know I said top of the hour, but we'll jam through some of these that we got going here, and I'll get that link out to you shortly. So here's Charles Mingus, dude.
Yeah, I'm torn on this because this Mingus is late in the late 70s. Yeah, 77. I might consider this. I'm definitely not doing the candid one because I think the candid pressings are atrocious. But the candid one looks appealing. They both look cool. They do a good job with the live Mingus stuff on Record Store. There's been really cool stuff they put out, but at some point I gotta cut myself off.
Right. I haven't picked up any of the live Mingus stuff. I love Mingus. I love his story. He's a guy that's to a level where I give him a lot of leeway, like just because, like Eric Dolphy or whatever. He's a guys where I go a little deeper because I just love him so much. So I would definitely check this stuff out. But I don't have any of the Record Store Day releases, so we'll see.
Coming up down the list on here, this is one I'm definitely going to be over. This Mulligan meets Monk. Now, this is the Craft Recordings. What they do on Record Store Day is
So we're going to skip right over Live at the It Club.
Oh yeah, actually, click on this. So wasn't this done by Black Lion?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
is it just the cover is the same.
As far as I know, Live at the It Club. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. It had a different cover on it, but this has been released already, unless this is something different.
And this is from digital files.
Yeah, any live Monk. He's another guy like Charles Mingus. I'm in, but I was excited to see this. Live at the It Club. I'm not a big fan of the cover, but sorry, didn't mean to.
No, I'm talking about Monk too, because I'm really gonna go after this Mulligan meets Monk. Every year, Kraft does a mono mix like that Max Roach I sent you.
Yep.
So they'll do this mono for Record Store Day, and then eventually they'll do it stereo as a standard release. They did Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section one year. They did Gil Evans a couple of years ago. So this is like really cool.
Yeah, and these are just straight up reissues.
Yep.
Yeah, this is
and
cool.
They're nice packaging. I mean, this is essentially like the OJC or the Tone Poet of the Kraft. Well, I wouldn't say OJC. It's more like a Tone Poet of the Kraft catalog.
Doing their thing on Riverside. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep.
Of course, a lot of Monk on Riverside. So definitely. I mean, I know we're skipping a lot of stuff. This Motley Crue, Smoking in the Boys Room. You know, if you again going back to if you're an '80s rock person, this is just a single, I guess, a 12-inch picture disc. But this is the kind of picture disc I'd be into, just because it's so freaking '80s, dude. It's pretty cool. But I'm not that big of a Motley Crue fan, so.
So the Oasis is going to be popular.
Yeah,
but it's an RSD first. Like this is basically their greatest hits.
1,000 of these. I imagine a lot of our friends at Surface Noise will have their eyes on this. I know a lot of them are Oasis fans.
Yeah, I'll have my eyes on it too. But this is going to be colored on for Record Store Day. They'll probably just do a standard black. You know, they'll look. This Record Store Day is in April. They're going to be launching their world tour in July. I'm sure by June this is going to be out. So if the spirit moves me that day, I'll scoop it.
So
even though
Time Flight made available on vinyl first time. It was originally pressed in 2010 number. So this is a lot. This is a big set, right? So 4 records.
Yep.
Are
all
these
their singles?
Okay, so it's all the singles then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was getting lost.
Not
okay.
a greatest hits. I'm sorry. Yeah, British bands don't do greatest hits. They do singles.
Right.
Right.
And then they don't include them on the album, which sucks for us.
Yeah. Well, now these guys did.
Yeah, that's changed over time. I guess.
Back in the day, you're right.
Well, here's a little OMD again, 80s. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. This is the Peel Sessions. So those are always cool, man. I like these 80s Peel Sessions. A lot of those 80s bands did these. So there you go. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. So a little OMD fun band. All right.
I got a couple more. Couple I won't go too in depth on unless you see something you want to get to.
Yeah, I'm always afraid if you're going to skip me, I try to jump in. But Bossa Nova, Trompe Le Monde, live from Europe 2023, the Pixies double LP. I'm a big Pixies guy. You know, I love their regular issued studio records. Love them. I mean, just some of my favorite stuff. But yeah, so I don't know what this is about, but it seems cool. I hate to say this, man, but I'm such a retro person. Like when I see 2023, I'm kind of like, all right, so you know, I don't know what it's going to sound like. But and I don't think they don't have the same bass player anymore, right? As far as I know. But anyway, maybe that's cool. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. As much as I love the Pixies, I'm not like hardcore to the extent that I'm an academic on it, but I do love their records.
The Prince, I have this show because it's part of the Diamonds and Pearls, a deluxe box. This is well worth going after if you're a Prince fan.
Vlad Brown, sorry, I missed you. Gotta go. 2 a.m. alarms are brutal. Looking to get air. Sabbath, Ramones, The Verge Suicides OST, and a few others. Have a great night. Vlad, don't be a stranger. Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you. I'm gonna give you a subscribe as soon as we hang up here. Cesar picked up the Pixies last year. Doesn't sound that great. Appreciate you saying that. Also wants to snag that Oasis. Okay, sorry, dude. Go ahead, Prince.
No, this is worth grabbing. This is a break out of the box set too. That Diamonds and Pearls Deluxe, which is awesome.
Yeah,
this is a really good show.
Okay. See, this is one where if I see live on it, I'm all about it because I saw Prince live around. When would it have been? I think Coming to America tour 2000 and I don't know 10 roughly, whenever that was.
That's a nice song too.
Yeah, and he's as great. He's better than anyone says he is. So
yeah,
when all your friends were telling you, "Oh, you got to see Prince live. He's so great," it's like they weren't lying. It was unbelievable. So, and obviously,
You,
Oh,
you
go
know,
ahead.
I've seen a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
You want to know how I feel about Prince?
How do you feel about Prince?
It's the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the best show I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of good shows. No one came close.
I hate to talk about it now because for people that didn't get to see him, like you don't have a chance to see him again. But yeah, you're exactly right, dude. I mean, it's I saw, I haven't been to as many shows as you by any means, but I've seen some great shows that blew the roof off. Prince was in a whole different category. And even if you see his live, you see him the Super Bowl show he did was unbelievable. Pick any of your favorite live stuff by Prince and then multiply it by 10. And that's what it was like being there. You know what I mean? It's just so amazing.
It's crazy because I always liken it to like this. You've seen those videos of like the Beatles coming to America and like people losing their minds.
Right.
I don't know if you had this experience too, but I saw him at the Garden in New York. The lights went down. He came on stage and like grown women and men were like weeping. They were going nuts.
Yeah.
It was, I couldn't believe it. Maybe that was what elevated the show a little bit. I wasn't expecting it. I knew it was going to be awesome, but I wasn't expecting that mayhem.
Right. Yeah. It's altering, you just kind of changed after that.
And he's even better than Fish Live. That's how good he is.
That's having you say that is a big deal. Here's Public Image's first album. And again, I love Public Image. Obviously, you got Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols, who started Public Image right after the Sex Pistols broke up, as far as I know. And great stuff. Like this is 1979. This is their first album. This is previously unreleased version of this, so that's kind of cool. This is one that is kind of at the top of my list. They got 5,500 of these. This has got the big hit is probably the Public Image. Yeah, I love Public Image. In fact, Steve Vai was in the Public Image band for a while. So
did not know that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to send you a video. There's some hour-long video I saw with a bunch of Zappa's bandmates that just hit YouTube. I'll try to dig it up, and it was in my feed.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Yeah, I've seen the one where it's like, I think maybe like 3 or 4 of his drummers all kind of doing a round table, which was really cool. So what else is on this list that you're thinking of?
So we don't have to spend too much time on this, but I think The Rage is going to be cool. A live show from 93. This is a big deal. What I'm going to mention too, right after The Rage, they're doing the Rolling Stones Out of Our Heads. And the past Rolling Stones RSD stuff has been a little insane. They did like $100 Beggar's Banquet or Let It Bleed reissue a couple of years ago, whatever. Here's the deal. And I think and Mike from the In-Groove spoke about this. I think somebody else did. So I'm going to give credit where credit's due. But when I read up on this myself, I noticed that it's going to be all analog, the Stones reissue. This is huge because they did that massive mono box set of the US and UK releases, and they were from digital files.
Right.
This is coming out. If you click on it, it says it's from the analog master tape. When you put out a Stones thing, it's like putting out a Pink Floyd or Zeppelin, Cattle or the Beatles. They're just going to print money. And I have an OG of Out of Our Heads, so I might get this to do a little compare. Yeah, I have it too.
This is the stereo. I got the stereo, but this is the original London issue.
Let me jump up. Let me go grab mine. I want to see what I have.
Yeah, Out of Our Heads and Aftermath. Those were really 2 of the first Stones albums that I was turned on to because of my dad. He was like, I used to pick his brain so much. He's so knowledgeable about music and taught me a lot. And his thing, and I'd say like, what about the Stones? And he'd be like, Out of Our Heads and Aftermath. And so those are the first 2 I picked up. And so they kind of have a special place in my heart. So this is really cool. And that it's the mono is really cool. And in fact, this is when we first heard Satisfaction, man. A lot of people will know that they did a lot of cover stuff in the early days, and they weren't really writing those hits yet. And this is kind of one of the first albums where, they started to write, those singles started to hit, and Satisfaction is the first time we got that song. So,
yeah, I have, so if Bob is still here, we had a very close friend of ours, Dean, who gifted this to me several years ago. But this is the mono US with the red label. This thing
Oh,
is
cool.
minty.
Wow,
Minty.
nice,
So
dude.
yeah, I might try to pick this up to do a little compare.
Yeah.
So personally for me, it's pretty cool, but I think this is a sign of good things to come. To see, you know, maybe they'll do all analog reissues and some mass
Yeah,
production.
maybe
of the
we'll get
Spinz
Aftermath
Vinyl.
next. Just go down
Yeah,
the line. Because to me, this is really the place to start with the Stones. When you start getting into their what the sound that they would have moving forward. That's just my opinion. I know, you know, lots of different ways to listen to the Stones, but for me, you know, start with Out of Our Heads and just go. And there's just so much great stuff.
my favorite Stone song is on here too. Play with Fire. That's my
Yeah, that's a
all
great
time
one.
favorite Stones tune.
I mean, Mercy, Mercy,
Yeah.
lots of just, I mean, Mick Jagger, he's the bluesiest white guy on the planet. And you hear this stuff like Hitchhike, The Last Time is on here. That's a big one. That's How Strong My Love Is. And he's just so bluesy. Under Assistant, West Coast Promotion Man, Play with Fire, like you said. Spider and the Fly is on here. That's a big one. So really, really cool album.
Yes, I think that's a big deal for people to really pay attention to. Also, on this list, a couple entries down. Every time they put the Gil Scott Heron stuff on, we scoop those. Yeah, the Pharaoh Sanders. That's going to be one of the Strata reissues that I think Fremer was posting about in his social media not too long ago.
I got to shout out Vinyl and Kicks. I'm assuming he did this on purpose. He says nobody compares to Prince. And for those that are deep Prince heads know that he wrote the Sinead O'Connor song, Nothing Compares to You. So nobody compares to Prince. I see what you did there, Vinyl and Kicks. All right. Pharaoh Sanders. Izzy Fo Zam. By the way, I love Pharaoh Sanders. He's also getting a lot of love for has been getting the RSD love and stuff. Man, dude, it's just the thing about Pharaoh is it's so tough to pick. They finally released Lovin' Us All, which was a big one. That was a big glaring omission in my collection, and I finally picked it up this year. They just released it, but it's hard for me to pick up everything because, you know, his regular issued stuff, you know, you kind of got to save your lunch money just to grab that stuff. And so I tend to skip out on this stuff. What are your thoughts on this Pharaoh Sanders, Chris?
Yeah, I at the risk of sounding snobby, I think this is cut from digital.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It says it's audio, but I got conflicting information. So we'll see.
Kevin Gray. So isn't this Jason Rojas's guy?
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Rojas review is. This might be too out there for me on Pharaoh. I do have limits with my jazz. I do have a lot of Pharaoh, but this might be a little bit too much.
Well, those that know Pharaoh know that you basically have two different Pharaohs, and oftentimes they do appear on the same album. You got the very beautiful, sensitive, just that I like, you know, just awesome vibe, and you know, oftentimes long tracks. And then you flip the record over and you get the extremely avant-garde stuff. And that can be a little tough for people. So I'm not sure what version we're going to get here, honestly. Okay, but you wanted to see Gil Scott Heron, who we're getting.
Yeah,
every
time they put him out on Record Store Day, I scoop it. I just like collecting his stuff. I don't love this label, but they're the ones that do it. So I pick them up. The cool thing is that's most of the time they do some bonus stuff on these things. I'm not sure if this is going to have it, but yeah, Gil Scott, I gotta pick them up, and finding OGs isn't the easiest thing.
Well, and this is bright red color vinyl, so right up your alley.
Yeah, of course. I'll try not to skeet shoot with it.
All right. Sly getting some love. First Family, live at Winchester Cathedral, 1967. Look at the track listing here. Yeah, I mean, I like Sly. You know, his best stuff, I really like it. I'm not a completionist by any means, so I'm not sure what this has to offer, but that's cool. They're giving Sly some love.
I'm pretty sure I have this on a bootleg digitally.
Okay.
I'm almost positive. Because when I saw the set list, I think they closed with a cover. What's the last track on this?
Final Kicks
You scroll-
loving the Pharaoh and needs to get that one. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
What's the last track on this?
I gotta go now.
Yeah, Funky Bro. I'm
Funky Broadway.
pretty sure I have this
Okay.
somewhere. Probably doesn't sound great, but
I
I had
liked
a
it.
friend who
Go ahead,
collected
sir.
a lot of this stuff and put it all on like a hard drive for me like several years ago.
Oh, nice.
Endless amounts of, yeah, I gotta dig all this stuff out for you and send you some stuff.
Well, this comes in a gatefold with a 24-page book, so that's, like I was saying, they're giving you value. And I like that they shout out the Questlove film, dude. Have you seen that? What is it called?
I haven't yet.
Oh,
Is it on
you got to
Hulu?
watch it. It's fantastic.
You saw it?
Yeah,
You saw it?
yeah. I forget if it was on Hulu or where, Amazon or whatever, but yeah, dude, it's essential. It is essential. I can't think of the title right now, but anyway,
People are
just
like, who's the greatest rock band ever? I would argue that Sly and the Family Stone is the greatest rock band.
I mean, it's Sly, dude. I love Sly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I might
good
have
news
to
that's coming out.
reconsider that. You're not all over Sixpence None the Richer live? I thought you would be.
Yeah. No. I'm not.
Oh, they do. They don't even close with "Kiss Me." They do it. What is that? That should be the encore.
Yeah. What are those encores? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just messing with you.
Snoop, the Jamaican episode. I'm not overly familiar with the work of Snoop, even though he's classic. Gin and Juice is on here.
This is live.
What are your thoughts on live Snoop?
It depends. Live hip hop in general, like if you have a band behind you, I'm probably more likely to buy something. I'm not going to buy this. I don't think I've seen Snoop live.
It's that same label you were talking about before too that you don't care for necessarily.
Yeah. LMLR.
So I love, by the way, guys, you're gonna think I'm cheesy as hell. Starship. So of course I know we got Jefferson Airplane, you got Jefferson Starship. I am a Starship guy, man. What I want more than anything though is a freaking greatest hits on wax. Such a missed opportunity. Instead they're giving you this "We Built This City," single picture disc or whatever. Give me the greatest hits Starship, man. So good. So that's one where I said I wasn't going to get, negative or too exercised about this stuff. But that's one where I'm like, man, missed opportunity. I was complaining last year because they did the Pharoah Sanders 7-inch. And I was at that time I was really jonesing for some Pharoah. And I was like, man, why aren't they reissuing these albums? And then they finally did. So, but yeah, that's how I feel about that. Dave Stewart, pitcher for the A's, doing some Bob Dylan here.
Let's see.
What about Stone Temple Pilots? Is this any good, dude?
So I think I have to get this too, because it's Stone Temple Pilots, and I've been to Veterans Memorial Coliseum way back in the day. Yeah, I'll probably get this. I've gotten all the RSD stuff they put out.
It's got to be good, right? Vaseline.
If it's well, why not?
Why not? It's STP. You gotta have it. Mad Vinyl NYC. No way, dude. That Snoop is good. I haven't heard it. I mean, it's good. I think if you're endorsing it, I will definitely give it a sample.
I know. I think he's saying no way that it is good.
Oh, no way that it's good. Got it. No way that Snoop is good. Yeah, you're right. There was no punctuation in there. I was reading into that. No way that Snoop is good. Okay. Then I rescind my last statement. Sun Ra. Sun Ra is one of those guys for me personally where I felt like I had a special, he's one of those guys where 25 years ago when I discovered him, no one knew who this guy was. They just done the singles collection. And man, he was like my guy like this. You could mention the name Sun Ra and no one knew what you were talking about. And it's a good thing that he's been getting a ton of love in the last 5 or 10 years, and I think developed a nice little fan base because of it. And he's been getting some record store day love. So here's one. This is you're looking for melody, structured compositions, pleasant harmony, songs you can whistle, and serenades for social gatherings. Seek elsewhere. Oh, you had me. Seek elsewhere. This is AAA raw, audacious, aggressive, adventurous. Yeah, and Raw he's another guy. I wouldn't put him in the same category as like Pharoah Sanders in terms of polarizing, but Sun Ra, he's got the avant-garde stuff too, and then he's got also, but he's even like more diverse where he's got piano. He plays organ and synth. They do that crazy stuff. One song will have, in fact, one of my favorite of his songs starts out extremely avant-garde, but if you skip it, you're going to miss something amazing because the second part really gets into some beautiful music and piano playing. So anyway.
Yeah, Sun Ra is like it's like Zappa and the Dead. Either you get it or you don't.
Exactly.
And that's on Modern Harmonic, which is I guess a subsidiary or secondary label of Sundazed. So
Yeah.
they've been putting out a lot of Sun Ra stuff the past couple of years.
I think this is one I sent you that I was curious about. So this one's 6 LPs. We got a little Cecil Taylor on here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'll be crazy.
Yeah, so this looks cool. So this is originally released across 2 edited volumes by Shandar, 1971. I'm guessing this is going to give you the full session.
Wait,
I'm not sure.
Is this the live stuff from the film that came out, you think?
Oh, that's a good question. Across 2 nights in 1970. I don't know.
And it's 6 LPs, so what is it, 2.5 songs?
Yeah, not quite, but yeah. There's a lot of stuff on here. Space Bop, Calling Planet Earth. So I think this is going to be a nice little variety for people. Outer Spaceways. Yeah, this is one I'm a little excited about. I'm going to be honest.
RSD first, so it's supposed to get reissued after or repressed. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, because we're only getting 800.
But 6 LPs. I think when you're not going to sell 5,000 6 LP box sets. I don't know, no matter who it is.
Right.
Hey, the Bowl and B sides, this T-Rex might be cool, but this is an RSD first also.
First ever vinyl collection of Mark's T-Rex B-sides from 1972 to 77. Despite being a collection of flip sides, it features a host of T-Rex classics, well loved by fans, including Born to Boogie, 2 LPs. So this says RSD first, but then right here it says exclusive. So
well, I think it's the midnight blue color is exclusive.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I think that's the thing. They're gonna press it on color and then the black.
And then okay, I got you.
This T-Heads though, only 8,000. What are they doing here? 45 RPM. Thank you, Cleveland.
So this is 1978. So this is early stuff.
Yeah.
Publishes a promo LP for radio broadcasts in 79. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I like some Talking Heads.
So there's one thing I'm considering this bad, not good.
So sorry, Thievery Corporation, Cosmic Game, 4th studio album, originally released in 2005. Features guest appearances by the Flaming Lips, David Byrne, we just talked about Talking Heads, Perry Farrell, of course, my guy from Jane's Addiction and Pornopyros, Gungeon, Notch, and more. That's cool. I do like Thievery Corporation's music, so that's pretty neat. Double LP right there. Okay, you were going to say.
Not a big 45 guy, but this Mr. Bongo box set, the bad, not good. The Brazil 45 volume 6. I'm thinking about investigating it. Scroll down, it's right below the Passengers. Right there. Up. Brazil 45 volume 6.
Which one? What's the title again?
Brazil 45 box set volume 6. It's about halfway on up the page in white. Almost. Up more. Okay. One more right there.
Got it. There it is.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I've sent you some of bad, not good stuff. You've liked it. I don't know what this is going to be like. I might ask Felipe if he knows about this. Give me some insight. But these guys, they're such a great band. I don't know if Vinyl and Kicks if you like bad, not good, but they back Ghostface on a record. They've done a lot of great collaborations with some other hip hop artists, but their albums are second to none.
Amalgamation of jazz, hip hop, and psychedelic grooves. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar,
Amazing.
the
Amazing.
creator, MF Doom. I mean, yeah, this is pretty neat. All right. Well, do you want to keep? Should we go into the rest of this? I know we're running a little over. We said we were going to get to the game at the top of the hour, so we still got a game for you guys. I got a link for you guys.
We can go to the game. I was going to talk about the Ziva, and that was it, but we're good.
All right. It's game time, guys. I'm going to get you this link right here. Again, I tried to kind of start the show off by reminding people, you know, this game is going to be a lot better if you have a couple screens or a way to kind of toggle back and forth or whatnot. But look, that link. We did this last week. If you were here 2 Thursdays ago for Surface Noise, we did a fun game. This time we're doing a Record Store Day version of it. What leaderboards and everything. So this is cool. I do want to, now that I know a little bit more about how this works, I should say there's really 2 ways to get points. This is scored. This is going to be the Record Store Day version of Would You Rather. There's 10 questions. It's fun just to watch it, even if you don't want to play. Of course, it's way more fun if you do play. And there's 2 ways to score points. One is be fast. You know, the faster you click on your, the answer that you think is the correct answer, or the one that suits you, the more points you'll get. And you have to agree with the majority. So the majority vote wins. So if you are fast, but you pick the minority, you're not going to get as many points. Whereas if you're fast and pick the majority. So either way, you're going to get points. Chris, that's your link as well there. So jump on that. I'm going to go to...
I'm just waiting to join.
Yeah, I'm going to join as a host. So you guys probably won't see anything yet. I got to start the game first. But at least that'll get you started. I'm going to hit start, and then we'll jump in. I don't know if I start. Make sure you got the link handy, guys, if you guys want to play. Because I don't know if you can join after the fact. I think you can. And if you do end up joining after the fact, tell us so we know. But here we go. I'm going to hit start. There we go. Boom. Record Store Day wish list. Groove Seeker Kicks 86 is in there. Guys, join vinyl. I'm assuming that's vinyl and Kicks. Mad Vinyl. Wyoming Dave. There we go. We got 3 players. David H joining. Cesar, get in there. Flat round. I think you took off already. But anyway, this will be fun, guys. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to start the game here. Soda Stereo. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this will be fun. Music in the house. Yes. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks everybody for joining. We'll start the game momentarily, give people a little bit of time to jump in there. If you're here, we're doing a game, guys. I just shared the link. That link there, Crowd Party. We're going to do a little, a fun game. We talked about Record Store Day today. So this is going to be the Record Store Day version of Would You Rather? And so you guys get to be part of the action tonight. This will be fun. All right, I'm going to hit start. I think people can join late. We'll see. Let's play. All right. Would you rather? Question number 1. Would you rather have reissues of scarce titles or unreleased live albums? So when it comes to, Record Store Day list is published and you're looking at that, what are you more excited for? Is it going to be the reissues of the scarce titles? Boom, 100%. 100% of people said scarce reissues. Yeah, I can see that. All right, next round. Here we go. Oh, Groove Seeker with the quick hand, the quick trigger finger with Kicks right behind him. All right. Would you rather have a picture disc or colored wax of one of your favorite records? Think of your favorite record, Dark Side of the Moon or whatever it is, Led Zeppelin 4. Do you want the colored wax or the picture disc? Those are your choices. I get it. Boom. 5 say colored wax. 1 says picture disc. Why aren't I showing this on screen for everyone else? I apologize. Give me a second to throw it up. I was so excited. It's like
just couldn't hide it.
I had one job. Okay, there it is for everyone else, guys. There it is. Okay, would you rather have a picture disc or colored wax of one? If you're not playing along for whatever reason, drop your answer in chat. We want to see it. All right, the majority vote colored wax. Next up, Groove Seeker at the top still, just barely beating out Kicks 86. Music in the house right after that. Would you rather have a reissue with alternate artwork and labels or an accurate reproduction of the original? What's more important to you? 6 out of 6. Got to be an accurate reproduction of the original. You're all people after my own heart. I feel the same exact way. Oh man, look at the trigger finger on Groove Seeker, right?
That was easy.
All right. Would you rather have a new RSD hype sticker or an original reproduction? We're going so fast on this. We're going to blow right through these. But what I mean here is, sometimes we get these RSD hypes. They're specific to RS Record Store Day, or even an OB strip or something like that. Or do you want that original reproduction of a hype sticker, which I don't think we ever get, but I think would be cool. What do you guys think? The RSD hype or OB or OB, or do you want the original repro?
That was easy. That was easy.
That's the Groove Seeker, by the way.
My bad, guys. My bad.
You make me
have a cough button.
Make me laugh. I'm going to start coughing. Okay, I'm going to end the round. Maybe somebody dropped off. Let's see what we got. 3 saying original, 2 saying RSD hype sticker. What'd you say, Chris?
I said RSD hype. I want to know that it's a reissue when I look at it.
Okay, so that's a good reasoning. Okay, so Chris is saying he wants the RSD so that there's no confusion. I'm with you guys. I like the original hype. All right, here we go. Kicks 86, 504 points. Groove Seeker right behind him. Groove Seeker, slow down now. Don't steal the show. Would you rather buy 10 great Record Store Day titles or 1 Grail? 10. Boom. 2 people saying they want the 10 great titles. 4 said they want the Grail. What'd you say, Chris?
I wish I had less records, believe it or not. So I said 1 Grail.
1 Grail because you only have room for 1 Grail. That means you don't have to sell 9 other records. All right. Shane Vinny's in the mix now. Would you rather buy your records on Record Store Day or take your chances with prices in the secondary market? Take your time to think about this one, Groove Seeker. Are you going to Record Store Day? Split down the middle, 3 and 3. What'd you pick, Chris?
I'd rather just get them on Record Store Day. Just by chance, I get FOMO and I don't get it. I don't want to deal with that.
Gotcha. Final Kicks. Secondary market to save some money. Also wants the scarcity over the 10 RSDs. All right, here we go. Round 11 coming your way, guys. Slow down, Groove Seeker.
I'm coming.
Slow down. All right, would you rather have the collection you have now or trade the whole thing in for every single RSD album released? Chris, I know this is a tough one.
But I have every RSD album ever released.
Oh, dang, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it. Everyone wants their current collection. They're not giving it up for the Record Store Days. Okay, I don't blame you. Okay, round 8. Shane Vinny right on the tail of Groove Seeker. Would you rather camp out overnight for Record Store Day and get everything on your wish list for free, or sleep in and get everything for half price? Are you sleeping in? You don't have to wait in line. Think about this. Oftentimes people get in line at like 4 a.m. So I want to make this tough. It says overnight. People are going to stay. Okay. They want to save that 100%. I got you. I want to see you guys in line.
Spins. I'm talking 4 p.m. they get in line at my local. 4 p.m.
The day before?
They tailgate.
Ooh.
The store will post like a video at like 11:30 or 12 when they leave for the night after they've stocked everything, and you just see it's like 10. It's like Shakedown Street. It's insane. It's insane, dude. People are grilling.
Babies are walking down the street. Like, that's funny, dude.
You got guys
grilling.
Looking
want a burger?
for one. Yeah, they're looking for one. There's some kind of shady transactions going on the line. You don't want to know. Trying
to get that Toad the Wet Sprocket. All right. Shane Vinny in first place now. Only a couple questions left. Here we go. Would you rather get all of your wish list items on your least favorite colored variant? I mean the ugliest variant, or only one on black wax? So you got your wish list. You can have everything on your wish list, but guess what? You're going to get the worst color variant possible. This is it. Do you care? Also keep in mind, color variants, they are... some people think that they sound worse than black wax. And when I say only one, that's your grail, right? The best one. Take the best one. All right. 4 people said they want to get it on. I'll take my wish list on terrible colored wax, while 2 said I only want that one. What did you say, Chris?
I said I want my wish list on terrible colored wax.
Okay. You heard it here first. You got to know the whole backstory for that to be funny, guys. By the way, Violent Kicks needs to sleep in. He's not camping out anymore. Those days are over. All right, here we go. Last question, guys. Number 10. Proof Seeker, slow down.
I'm trying.
There's no prize here, dude. There's no prize. Okay. Would you rather wait in line to pick up your Record Store Day wish list or just pick them up here and there throughout the year? Do you want to get them all at once? Stand in line beginning 4 p.m. the day prior, apparently, in New York, according to Chris. Or are you just going to wait it out? You know, take your chances. Pick them up onesie, twosie. Locals, eBay, Discogs. We already know what Vinyl and Kicks is going to do. Oh, we're split down the middle. What'd you say, Chris?
Get them all on Record Store Day.
Get them all. Get it out of the way. All right. This is coming from a guy who is subscribed to every vinyl record subscription out there. Anytime a new one comes out, my boy's on board day one. All right. Well, what if Record Store Day was a subscription service?
It wouldn't shock me.
Have them delivered to your house, man. No more waiting in line.
Well, if you saw the first record I got from the Verve Club, you would cancel it. So,
do you have it? Go get it.
It's
okay, you don't have to.
No, I can. It's in bad shape. I'll try.
Oh, okay. We got to see this.
Let me see.
Controversy in the VC, baby. Yeah, he's a Tone Poet Society member. You know, he's gonna show us the Verve series that's coming out that just started, I think. So anything you want to know about these subscriptions, Chris can answer our questions.
So do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Give us the good news first, because we want to finish by seeing the record.
The good news is I think this will be highly collectible for me. So this is the first one's a Coltrane. This is numbered to 2000. Guess what number I got?
5,000.
420.
Oh, dude. Okay.
If I have to resell this one day, I think that's going to have some value.
That's going to add a premium.
So yeah, let's see if we can see.
Chris goes cuckoo for subscriptions. Yes, SR.
So this is the Warp, and this has the. I'll try to show it on camera. I think it's on side B. This has the worst no fill I've ever seen on a record in my life.
Oh wow!
I like.
Let me blow you up here.
I didn't even check the Warp first. I just like opened it up and I was just looking at it. I'm like, what is that? Hold on, I have bad lighting right now. I might have the picture on my phone because I had to send it to them or whatever. So there's no fill on this on side B. It's pretty bad. And then I maybe because of this sleeve that it comes in, but there are these chunks that are probably about this wide and the length of the groove vertically of just rash marks on it. And I put it on my table to test it. And it was just like I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I tried it on both of my turntables. Because maybe I thought it was my stylus, but I think they're pressed at RTI Vinyl and Kicks.
Shane Vinyl says the 420 should have been on a Dead album.
Yeah, that'd have been cool. But yeah, I was so mad because I was pumped about this. And I can't freaking see it now.
Well, if you have to look that hard.
No, it's because I have like my lights down.
Well, by the way, guys, that record might be showing up at my house at some point. So.
You won't be able to hear it. You can kind of see it. anyway, it's just brutal. So then I cleaned it just to make sure that maybe it was just like just I could get maybe like the rest was like dust or whatever from this. No, I put it back on the table, same thing. So I had to email them. It's just annoying. It's just like you did 2,000 of these. They just came out.
Right.
And I was really looking forward to hearing this because it got good reviews from What Cam Brown and a couple of other people that commented on it. So yeah, annoying.
Last year, concert buddy Chance was tipping people off. I did a video on it actually. I've been sitting here trying to remember who it was, but there was a distributor that they did a special where the wax was free. You just had to pay shipping. I ended up getting like, I forget how many titles, 12 or 13. It was like, it came out to like $8 a record or something. That was one of the records that I snagged, Coltrane. And it's the one that never arrived. So for some reason, I don't even remember if they credited me for it or what, but I kept asking them. They're like, oh, we're out of print. And months later, they were still out of print. And then I just forgot about it. But so anyway, for what it's worth. But yeah, that was one where, I was supposed to get a free copy. We just pay shipping, but it never came. All the other stuff that came was fantastic. It's funny because I had people in the comment section saying like, "Oh yeah, free records for a YouTuber, blah blah." I'm on. No, dude. Like I shared the link. Unfortunately, by the time I heard about it, it was right at the tail end. I tried to get my video out so everyone could take advantage, and they'd already kind of locked it down or they'd sold out. Now, unfortunately, but no, man, it was legit. They like I said, one record didn't come because I guess it was out of stock, but everything else came, was in great condition. And I just paid shipping. So I don't know what to tell you. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pressed at RTI, lacquers at Sterling Sound. So it's 2,500 too. I thought it was 2,000. It's 2,500. I feel, and I know I've been down this path with a lot of you, and and unfortunately for Spinz, he hears about this from me probably twice a month. But I feel like I have the worst luck with things. Everybody else like mine perfectly flat. It sounds great. I get mine. It's like I had to return a Tone Poet a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, we should have got into that.
Yeah.
Because I sent you, I don't know if I sent it to you, but there was a Facebook group that was really down on the Tone Poets lately. And they were kind of like poor shipping. And, I don't want to, this is not me beating up on Tone Poets. It's just that this was kind of a story where people were just having bad experience with Tone Poets. So I don't know why. And it's interesting that you also had that experience.
So like the first two that came out was no issue. Then I got my next two. And as Spinz is blowing up my spot, I'm in that Tone Poet Society for the exclusives and the savings. So then I email them. I send them a video, basically in side B of the Horace Parlan on the first track. It's blatant, and I checked like streams of it and stuff because I don't have another version of the record, but there's a problem like in the left channel with the guitar. It's like it's awful. So I emailed them, I sent them a video like, yeah, no problem. We hear it, like we'll send you a new one. Then I get an email back like, oh, we're out of stock on it. And I'm like, yeah, you're out of stock on it because I got it 2 weeks in advance. So like I need you to escalate this to somebody who knows what the hell my subscription is so you can fix the problem for me. I don't care if you wait to send it to me, that's fine. But like you don't even realize like you're out of stock because it's not released yet. So then like they gave it to somebody else. The person emailed me, like, we'll get it out to you when we can. And I got it last Thursday. It's fine. I don't need it like that second. But
so was this one? I think I already asked you this, but was this one of the exclusives?
No, this was just like the Horace Parlan, just the standard.
Okay.
Like the second month or whatever of the series, which is a really cool record. But yeah, I just feel like I have the worst luck. The whole You Discover thing. Like I know Arnaldo had to return some stuff too, so it wasn't just me. I don't know.
Yeah, Arnaldo, Chance with the seam splits and stuff, and yeah, sometimes I tease because I'm not a seam split isn't gonna make or break me or a ding on a corner or whatever. But at the same time, I'm not someone that's out there buying, $150 records and a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing. So
Yeah, so it's just frustrating. And I don't know if it's like my shipper, maybe because I'm in an area that's popular and a lot of traffic, like the boxes get beat up, but they come fine. I never have seam splits, knock on wood. It's always like record damage or warping. And I don't think it's gonna warp in like 4 days of shipping.
Right.
They
It's
must
a new record.
unless
It's not like this has been sitting in a warehouse for a year or something.
unless they're trying to get them out so quickly that they're not letting them cool properly and all that stuff. But it's just frustrating, you know.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this. I have anxiety when I get my shipments. I used to get excited. Now it's like, oh, are these going to be okay? Am I going to have to go through an issue returning them? You know, all that stuff.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is the first world problems.
It is, but it's also a lot of money. I mean, everything's relative. It's not like, and this is the part that sometimes I forget. When I start joking about, how, I start teasing these guys like, oh, Chance got another seam split, wah, 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 or whatever. But, you want to maintain the value of these records you're spending so much money on. If you're shelling out $80 on something and the minute you get it, it's worth $60 or whatever, it's like, I can see why that would be an issue for sure.
It's just unfortunate because it kind of grew and got popular again so quickly that nobody was really prepared for it. I'd rather them not release as much and get it right than keep on releasing stuff with issues.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that it fixes itself eventually. I don't know if it will. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it doesn't make sense that it's concentrated. I feel like
my whole thing is like, take some of that money that you're spending. We talked about this before, but when it comes to quality control, let's say you get back, well, what did we figure it was? 20 to 40% returns or something? I mean, or whatever it was. It's like, where are you making up that money? And of course, you're making it up by charging more for your records. Take that money. I'd pay that money for the records instead of accounting for all the returns you're going to get. Hire another QC person. All you need is another person standing there or whatever you have to change about your process to make sure that 20 to 40% of people aren't getting a warped record or something, with what is it called? Dead grooves or whatever it was that
no fill.
So
I got one better for you. Don't spend the money sending me this. I don't need this felt mat. Okay, just get the record right.
Well, what about the Tone Poet pin? You got that as well. Don't leave home without
hold on now. Hold on. Those are not in the same category.
Okay. We need the pin.
I can't wear this to a social function unless I'm like Flavor Flav, but that pin, that's gonna go nice on it's gonna go nice on a few suits, dude. What's that? True. Oh, I'm a member of the Tone Poet Society.
Hey, you get another one next year, you got cufflinks, man.
And you know what's great about that pin? When I tell somebody that I'm a member of the Tone Poet Society and I'm at a social event, they'll just stop talking to me. So it's like a good barrier. So I don't have to have small talk with people.
You can see how many people smile and nod like they know what you're talking about when you know damn well they have no clue what you're talking about. Vinyl and Kick says you pay good money for brand new records, so one should only expect that. Yeah. I've said it a million times. They're hyping these things up to get your extra money. They're telling you how great they are. AAA, tip on sleeve, Kevin Gray, they met, all this stuff to entice you to buy it. And then when you get it, it's not that thing, it's like, come on.
I have maybe we should start some kind of crowdsourced approach or poll like on a weekly basis. I think we should get a count in our show how many people got damaged records, dead stock for the previous week and start to track that. Maybe it's only me. Maybe they're out to get me.
That's we should do that. Have like an ongoing poll, something like that. Yeah. All right, man. How's your timing, dude? I know it's late for you. Chris is on the East Coast. He's got to work tomorrow.
Unfortunately. Well, maybe if people like and subscribe enough to your channel, Spins, I can just be on the reoccurring payroll as you go global, and then I can leave my career and just talk about records and music all day.
You heard it here, guys. Yeah, definitely. Well, like and subscribe for multiple reasons. For you that didn't already hear the 2 announcements that I made earlier today, we'll drop the mic by saying that we are going live daily. So Spinz Vinyl Show, which is where you are today, is going to go live daily, 8 p.m. Central, Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Central on Fridays. We're going to take you right into the Jazz Bums. Tomorrow, Felipe will be here from the Jazz Bums. So he'll be here at 9 p.m. Central. I'll do an hour, and we'll tease the fact that Felipe is going to come on. It's going to be cool. So you guys can talk to Felipe, ask him any questions you have. We're going to get into his experience with records and, the Jazz Bums and all that stuff. So that'll be cool. Wednesday, Brandon, the Hall of Famer, will be here. Mr. Hall of Fame, to you, the OG in the vinyl community. We're going to do a co-room tour, guys. I was crazy. Chris knows, dude. We come up with these ideas. Chris just mentioned something that I like, and he says it offhand, like, hey, man, we should do a jazz draft or something like that, right? It's like in a week and a half later, we're doing it because that's how I roll. So the thought came to me, man, let's do a live room tour, Brandon. We'll each do it live, and people will, and by the way, if you have not seen Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame's room, you don't know what you're missing. It's going to be amazing on Wednesday. So be here for that. You guys can say, man, hey, what's up with that? Blah, blah, blah on the wall. Bring it down and let's take a closer look at it. So he's there for that. You guys will be able to see this mess that I have going on back here as well.
I want to say too, about both guests. So Felipe is obviously associated with the Jazz Bums, but I've learned over time that Felipe is just more than a jazz bum. That dude is into music, and he's into all types of music and has just a wealth of knowledge and interests. And it's going to be a great discussion. And I would say that Mr. Hall of Fame himself is probably arguably the most accessible guy in the VC. There's nobody kinder, more down to earth, and more passionate about rock and roll and all other types of music than Brandon is. Those are going to be two really good conversations to kick off your series, daily series, Spins. I couldn't be happier for you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's going to be super fun. So yeah, look for that Thursdays. Every other Thursday, of course, we're doing the B-side over on Surface Noise. So, it'll be some variation of Chris and I and Jason Rojas and Arnaldo and Jose, them, all those guys. That's Thursday. Friday, again, we'll do an hour right before the Jazz Bum. So come in here, get lubed up. We'll do some jazz. Maybe we'll talk about some of these new releases and stuff like that. And then I'll hand you off to the Jazz Bum. So next week, there's more. So yeah, we're going to try it out, man. The daily stream, 8 p.m. Central, as I said, 4 days a week, and then 6 p.m. Central Friday. So be there or be square. Don't miss it. Definitely subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single live stream.
Spinz is going to put community back in the VC.
We're going to put community back in the VC, guys. Thanks, Cesar. Says hit that like button. I couldn't agree more. Felipe into 90s too. Felipe is really cool, man. He's a dentist, and he has a real love for records. And what's cool, this is the thing, Chris. My thing with jazz is going to be mostly like classic stuff, right? Same as you. I think your wheelhouse is going to be like mid 50s to mid 60s. And I dance around that decade a little bit, but not much. Felipe likes a lot of the new stuff that's coming out, man. He'll send me stuff on like Facebook where it's like, oh, check out this new band, check out this new record. He loves discovering new jazz. So it's good to have that in your back pocket. So maybe we'll pick his brain about some new jazz tomorrow. All right, man. What do you think?
I think it was another good night, man. I had fun talking about RSD, fun seeing everybody in the chat as always, and make sure you like and subscribe to the Spinz channel. And I'll see you guys Thursday. And I will probably, I don't know when I'm going to listen to records ever again. I'll probably be in the gallery taunting and participating and having fun with Spinz and whoever he has on. So I'm looking forward to the kickoff tomorrow night. So
yeah,
all the best, Spinz. You deserve it, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Thank you, Cesar, Wyoming, Dave. I just can't say how much I appreciate you guys being here. Vinyl and Kick, same thing, man. Love you guys being here. We have more content coming your way, so excited to continue to hang out with you guys. Shane Vinyl Records with the 420 dead comment. I love it. Thank you for being here. Just go down the list. I just like to acknowledge you guys. Flat, Round, and Spun. I don't think he's in the house anymore, but it's cool to see him, man. Check that out. Flat, Round, and Spun. Go look at his channel. Might be worth subscribing to. Mad Vinyl NYC. Dead Bob was in the house. Check out. I'm going to do a link down below, guys. If you're watching this and once the show's over, come back and check out, or if you're watching this after the fact, scroll down. We're going to put Dead Bob's link in there. He does a live radio show a couple times a week. And I can tell you firsthand, I've only heard one show so far, but man, it was top notch. Some really cool stuff. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Concert Buddy in the house. What's up? Thank you, Concert Buddy. Appreciate you. Concert Buddy, by the way, will be a guest on the Spinz Vinyl stream next week. Check for that on Tuesday. I don't want to tease too much, but Chance will be here next Tuesday, so that'll be fun. All right, guys. We will see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with Felipe, and like Chris said, he'll see you on Thursday. So thanks everyone for being here. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.